We often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. When I was in 4th grade, my grandpa died of heart failure. It was very tragic and hard on me. In a state of shock, my grandma called us instead of 911. We arrived at the house before any emergency services, so I witnessed everything. Immediately after his passing, we moved in with my grandma to help her take care of things. Little did I know at the time, she would be the one helping me see the important things in life. Living with my grandma, I learned many things. I learned the meaning of hard work when she would have me mow the lawn, dig up trees, and do other odd jobs. Though the money was never a lot, I realized you had to work hard for the things that you have. As I got older and went to college, we went our separate ways. I was very busy with sports, friends, and doing other fun things. I soon began my career as a teacher, and I found even less time to hang out with family since I not only taught, but I also coached. Last year, as I began to get excited about Christmas, I received a call that my grandma had fallen and hit her head. I immediately went to the hospital to see her. When I arrived, I was in shock to see her condition. She was very bruised and had lost lots of weight since I had last taken the time to see her. I thought that she would be coming home for Christmas so we could all be together as usual, but one hurdle turned to two. Because of the fluids the hospital was administering and the lack of movement she was doing, she soon got pneumonia, which then led to other complications. Christmas having passed, the hospital then decided she should go to a rehab facility to recover. At this point, her fears began to get the best of her. Since she had fallen, she was now fearful to walk without assistance and resistant to working out. The stress became too much for my family members, and many of them couldn't handle seeing her condition, but I knew she needed me. I'd visit nearly every day after work and sit and talk with her. Life has knocked me down a few times. It showed me things I never wanted to see. I experienced sadness and failure, but one thing for sure, I'll never give up. Months had passed, with many hospital visits and surgeries later. My grandmother was still not at home, the only place that she wanted to be, the only place she begged me to take her. She had gone through so many ups and downs that there were months when she couldn't talk, and at this point she certainly couldn't walk. All the while I believed she was getting better, she was fighting and she wanted to go home. I now look back and wonder, was I watching her slowly let go? Needing a break, I left town for a week. Upon returning, I went to visit my grandma for what would be one last time. Excited that she could now talk again with her trach tube, I wanted to talk. I soon realized that the conversation wouldn't go as I had expected. On lots of medication, most of the things she was saying were not accurate. My emotions got the best of me, so I had to turn my back several times to cry. But as I left, the last words she would say were, "I love you, I love you, I love you." 2 days later, when arriving at summer school, I got the call that was it. She had passed. I can't help but look back and think of the time that we should have had, the time that we could have had.